not do black box billing. Be very wary if someone gives you the big dog and pony show, and for this big ball of wax here, we're going to give you everything, but I need $6,000 on a 6-month agreement. You will most likely go running for your life when you're done with that program. Do not sign a long-term agreement. Do not black box bill. If you pay big money on paid advertising, do not give it straight to that company. Get it in writing that you're going to have the card go directly to Google, or your month to month. Like with us, boom, you can take care of business. This is Nolen Walker with Roofing Webmasters. I'm the owner here. I'm happy to speak with you. Today's title is Online Roofing Obscurity to Rockstar. So I talked to a lot of people. My voice is hoarse today from all the people I've spoken to, but it is a lot of people call, and the general conception is, man, I can't be like that guy. Oh, those people been around forever. How do I get there? How do I do it? And listen, the great thing about the internet is you don't have to lie about anything or do anything weird. You go online, you get on the internet, you have a great looking logo, a great looking website, you put up a Google account and start getting reviews, and you do this stuff properly, and nobody really knows that your first year in business, it's your second year in business, it's your 5th year in business. They don't know that it's your 50th year in business. So you can have a guy that's been around for 3 generations in roofing, doesn't show up for anything, and has a website that looks like crud and doesn't help him out at all. And people think he's some crackerjack little business, not gonna help him out, not gonna do well. And he could be the best roofer in the world. You could come along as a roofing salesperson that used to work for another roofer and start your own company, and all of a sudden you put up a great looking website, great logo, great design, great content, work on your Google account, start getting reviews, do work on social media, and you're fantastic, you know? So I tell people all the time, try to remove any preconceived notions. Some people call it a false narrative, like making up things that haven't come true or don't exist, or some people call it future tripping, like coming up with all the ways that it won't work. Oh, these guys in town, they spend thousands, Nolen, tens of thousands of dollars. No, they don't. They absolutely don't. Almost none of them spend that much money, and Google doesn't require you to spend money to get up in organic rankings. And I'm going to share some of that with you in just a minute. Doesn't mean you're guaranteed to get up in rankings. It just means you can. You have the opportunity to. And some of the restrictions that Google did years ago for time and tenure and trust. So if it's a brand new website, does it not do as well, Nolen? It doesn't do quite as well if it's brand spanking new. Does it take a year to get anything off of it? No. Can it get up in as little as 90 days and get some traction and actually show up in mapping? It can. I'm not promising that will happen, but it can in today's environment, because Google's judging the quality of the effort and the branded signaling coming into your website. So what a great deal to be able to do this, to go and set up a website, look better than the competition, do a better job, and the consumer sees a rock star. Google sees activity and begins to move you up in ranking. The guy that's been around forever, that's up in ranking now, if he's not doing cutting edge things and getting great marketing support like that from roofing SEO webmasters, man, he's going to have a hard time competing if you really get after it. So what do you need? I'm going to talk about organic first. We're going to talk about branding and reviews. We're going to talk about pay-per-click, pay-per-call, maybe. And then we're going to talk about social media, and we're even going to talk about leads. Okay, so let's go through real quick. You don't need a cheap template website that 1 million people have used, that looks like crap, that has cheap content, copied content, shallow content, no content, to be thrown up haphazardly by people who don't care. I talked to a guy that does leads in a very major market from a major lead source, and he buys up to $15,000 worth of leads per week, guys. It's crazy. He called me because he started at like 4,000, and I don't know how they know to just keep plugging the ones that'll bleed every time you stick them, but they're bleeding him, and he's starting to feel it. He's not making as much money as he used to. So he calls up to look to get an organic presence going. Guess how much he spends on his organic presence? $400. Now we're inexpensive. We have most of our stuff that we do is less than $1,000. But when you get something for $399, I know the numbers on having to staff webmasters, and you are going to get a glorified hosting fee. And I really wanted to point out the disparity of over here and over here. You know, he's spending like literally like $50,000 in leads, and he threw pennies at his organic effort. And he's getting what he deserves out of it, really. There's not a good website. It's a basic template, has sparse to no content, it never gets worked on. He had 16 reviews. He should have hundreds because he had 15 trucks going with salespeople and stuff, you know, out in the field. It's a big operation, and he did nothing on the organic. The organic is where you make your foundation for your best quality return on the dollar. So the ROI on the marketing dollar is in the organic. That is absolutely has to be done. You need a great website, custom done, custom code base, custom content, somebody to hand go into the Google My Business account. You need reviews really badly. So you got to be hustling these reviews. And then so you get a great website up, you don't get any reviews, you don't get any check-ins, that's bad. That's bad. Google's like, you got a really good website, but there's no signaling coming in off you at all. So we have a tool called Brand Review, BRANDREVU, review spelled REVU, brandreview.com. And it allows you to do a check-in on every single job. Every job you go on, you tag your city on your website that we built, you tag your service, and then you put a photo on it with a caption, which expands content, and a geo check-in. So where your phone's located, you're gonna do a geo check-in, get the geo coordinates off the phone within 2 blocks, and it uploads a little red pin drop, but behind the scenes, Google sees a check-in code. It's literally called schema check-in, and it's literally there for you to digitally raise your hand and say, Google, please recognize that I just did a job, and I just did this, you know, I don't know, certainteed shingle roof replacement in Springfield, Illinois. And you're in an adjacent town, but you tagged it to your Springfield page, you tagged it to your roof replacement page, and you added a little extra content, certainteed, roof replacement, shingle, you have a little bit of content in there, and they see that as a custom check-in with that geocode. You only see the little red pin drop on the city page and service page on your website, but Google sees the geo coordinates wrapped in something called schema check-in, okay? And it's on individual pages, so you can actually optimize those pages. They also filter this through GMB, in my opinion, because we see maps showing up much better, and the map shows up. But at the same time of all this happening on a check-in, which takes 2 minutes, 3 minutes, the client also gets a text and or email with direct links to your Google review, Facebook, BBB. So now you're getting more reviews. Now Google's like, oh, Google review, Google review, Google review, BBB review, Facebook review, check-in, check-in, check-in. Nice content on the website, Mr. Rockstar Roofer. This is great. Wow, we can show this city page, and it's got actual jobs with photos, captions, and check-ins. It's a better page of content to show somebody. In fact, if we show you mapping and somebody clicks and goes to your website, it's great content. And by the way, you're getting more reviews because I don't know what you're doing, but you're texting them and emailing the client direct links. It all happens in a simple little program called Brand Review in a few minutes. And then boom, it all happens. It lowers the cost of our SEO fee to you, by the way. We're far less than $1,000 on most of these accounts. And then it's a great deal. That's where the beef goes. And then you go in. So now you're doing design and content and code base in your Google account. You're updating stuff with branded signaling with check-ins, get more reviews for branded signaling, and throwing up custom content with photos and captions. That's a great website. You do 100 roofs in a year, you got 600 changes to your website. Everybody else, 0 probably. I'm not joking, like 0. The average person in your market. It's a great competitive edge that Google recognizes and sees as SEO credibility. I'll say this stuff to people and they say, Nolen, do you do SEO? This is SEO on steroids. We do all the great high-level stuff, and then we step it up a notch with Brand Review and hand you a tool, and we do it inexpensively on a month-to-month agreement. It's fantastic work. What do you do after that? I'm glad you asked. You do social media. You can go in and brand yourself on social media. We have something we have called level 2 branding, and we go in with really tight money, less than $1,000, instead of just spending thousands and thousands everywhere. If you even want to do this, this is your step 2. Nolen, can I do something more? Yeah, you can. And we're really tight with your money because we want you to stay on as a client and see great results. So we get in there and get people that are real estate agents, insurance agents, maybe other contractors to like you. Do we want 10,000 likes and followers? No. Why don't you want that? It costs too much to go back and brand them. If you went into your market and got everybody like you in your market, you'd go broke trying to boost Facebook ads to them. Facebook doesn't distribute those for free. You'd be lucky to get like 3-4% of those distributed. So if you want to brand a community that you nurtured and built on Facebook, Instagram, you have to boost it. That's how they make their money. So that works great. Now we've got referral partners. Let's go for 300 of them. Let's keep it low. Let's keep the budget low, but let's make good money while we're there. Does activity on Facebook and Instagram help with your organic ranking? Probably does. But would I like to make money with exactly what I'm doing on Facebook and Instagram? Yeah, I sure do want to make money with that. Would I like for everybody to look at that looks at my website to see my ad on Facebook, follow them around so that I can increase conversions? Yes, I would. It's called pixel tracking. It's very inexpensive, and we can include that too. One of my favorite paid items. You could also go into Nextdoor. We'll help you set that up as well. I like it when somebody gets their local. You're not going to get the whole city. Just get a local area, brand. It burns it into somebody's head as the local roofer. Again, you can't do this stuff on like a citywide basis. You couldn't afford it. You've got to be tight with your money and get a high rate of return. That's why I like referral partners on Facebook, Instagram. I want to see real estate agents. Their job is to talk and network. They're great. I listen to calls all the time that come in through our clients, and I hear where they come from. They come from Google. They come from Google organic and mapping. They come because they saw reviews. They come because they saw the truck in the yard sign. They also come because they know people in the business or the people network their community through church. And they definitely come because Facebook, Instagram, Nextdoor. Those are other areas, and people see them and they become branded to them. And there's some interconnected synergy, not only in the social platforms, but also on your organic ranking. Let's talk about leads for a second. I don't hate on any marketing technique. I'm here to help you. We've got a couple dozen webmasters here and hundreds of clients, and we're here to help you make money. I like to stay tight with the client's money. Unless they want to go more, they can. We can, let me, before I do that, pay-per-click. It still works. Everything after organic is a little bit less of a return. Pay-per-click can work, or pay-per-call. We have people here that are Google Ads partners. We have certified people on staff. And one thing great about us, I've told you before, we're transparent billing. That means that our fee is separate and your card goes directly to Google. Do not do black box billing where you give them a big pile of money and hope they spend it. And you see reports, but you don't know for sure. When you get transparent billing, the fee for the pay-per-click is separate, and Google charges directly your card. You'll see it on the debit statement straight from Google. That keeps the digital marketing agency honest. And just so I'm clear, the majority will take 50% or more. Bad deal for you. Do not do black box billing. Be very wary if someone gives you the big dog and pony show, and for this big ball of wax here, we're going to give you everything, but I need $6,000 on a 6-month agreement. You will most likely go running for your life when you're done with that program. Do not sign a long-term agreement. Do not black box bill. If you pay big money on paid advertising, do not give it straight to that company. Get it in writing that you're going to have the card go directly to Google, or your month to month. Like with us, boom, you can take care of business. So leads, it works for some people. A lot of people love to hate on lead companies, and I'm not saying I love them. You all guys know who they are. There's like 3 or 4. But try them and then get out if it doesn't work. As far as this idea of online roofer obscurity to Rockstar, we're talking about somebody positive and logical that hooks up with somebody great like Roofing Webmasters that has a fantastic consultant like me with 10 years, dozens of employees, hundreds of clients, I can help you on the part that we can help you on, and I can advise you on other things so that you don't go waste every dime you have. So you want to be tight about it. Don't make preconceived notions and false narratives and future trip about things that don't exist. Expect to do well online and give Google a great effort and the great branded signaling that they need in order to have you show up online. Rightfully be the one that should show up and supplement with pay-per-click or leads. Guys, I'd love to talk with you. I would. Love to hear from you. I think this was a nice short podcast. I wanted to get it out to you, and we look forward to hearing from you. See you later.